This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dollars coming to you live from the living room with another episode of the Make It Make Sense podcast. Got Red and Cash in the building. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. How about y'all?
What's happening? Good, man. You know I'm good. I'm winning money. I'm looking good right now. The Chiefs, Mahomes got injured, so that Jags plus spread is looking real good right now, but I ain't gonna get into that. That's later, man. Playoff money shit. Man.
Playoff gambling, I get it. That shit is big money right now during the NFL playoffs. But I'm alright, feeling alright. Glad to see y'all both doing good. Everybody's alright. Had a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, had a good 2 weeks.
How about you, Cass? Since the last episode, everything been alright?
Yeah, everything is good, man. Everything is good. Just came from swimming classes with my little girl and all that, so everything's straight.
All right, that's what's up. You know, we got to check in on each other. We got to do a better job of that. So we got this next episode ready to come to y'all live today. You know, already know we got the topics lined up that I wanted to touch on. So the first thing I wanted to get into today was about the whole podcasting scene, what we basically do. So, you know, Drinks Champs just signed an audio exclusive with Warner Music Group to exclusively stream the audio portion of their podcast. And then, you know, $1 million worth of game on Barstool Sports. Supposedly Matt Hoffa podcast might sign on Revolt TV. So I wanted to know if y'all think there's a lot of money coming into doing this podcasting thing, or if it's oversaturated, if it's way too many of them.
You see what's going on, right?
What's that?
You see who's taking control of these people. I ain't gonna say the word, but you see, just look deeper into everything. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a monopoly on it. They gonna be the gatekeepers now.
Is it related to that spooky J word you didn't want to say?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. But look, you see what's happening though. Revolt.
It's a lot of money, right?
Warner. Yeah, they just got a bag. They just got a super bag. You heard? Gilly the King is really up now. You remember my son Gilly?
It came up.
He was blackballed in the industry on some rapper stuff. I don't want to curse in the first 8 seconds, even though it's been more than 8 seconds.
Algorithm.
But now his second go round, he done made more money as a podcaster than he did as a rapper.
He not the only one. Joe too. Joe Buttons made more money in podcasting than in music.
Man. Damn. And you see these YouTube streamers is getting money too.
So my question is, Red, do you think that bag is only there for like popular famous people, or is there for regular people too?
I think when you famous, you have an advantage because you probably already have a fan base that follows you faithfully. So like you already have a one up on the regular Joe Schmo who has a podcast or, you know, a YouTube channel. So it's kind of hard to get those views and get, you know, your content out there. But it is oversaturated because when it's like famous people, they're more likely to get the views than you.
That goes exactly to what Cash was saying. Look at them names that I said behind them pushing it. So even if your shit trash, you're going to still get a baseline of views regardless.
I mean, yeah, the podcast game is saturated, but at the same time, it's like being a rapper. Like, it's saturated, but if you ain't hot, nobody's listening for you. If you ain't got no fan base, you cook. So it's all about your fan base. You got to be good at marketing, good at promotion.
Yeah, that's true. That's important.
But as far as like, I'm looking at $1 million worth of game in this Drink Champs deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they gonna be the gatekeepers, man.
You think
like,
so?
They're the gatekeepers, man. I'm telling you.
And
like, you gotta go through them. They in them rooms now. They getting them phone calls. They at the meetings. You got Gilly the Kid and Wallow at Revolt.
What's crazy is podcasting, I feel like almost like music is like, it started off as like an indie thing, like cool for, you know, like people to do, like regular folks.
Retired rappers doing it. And
whatever,
retired.
yeah. And then it went from that into like everybody who's famous and anybody has one, like every NBA player. And I do feel like it's a, like Red was saying, it's a cheat code. Because if you famous, you could get any interview you could get is gonna get views and clicks. Any old stories you could tell is gonna get views and clicks. But past that, the show could be trash, but just off of your name, you're going, you know, get that wave.
How many times we seen videos on YouTube where it's like, what happened to these stars, you know, like TV sitcom stars, and you actually watching like, oh, you might follow them after that, like you interested, but you're not getting that for regular people. You might get your little friends, family, co-workers or something, but you're not getting major views like that
unless you're doing something like, you know, crazy on your show, like, you know, for
or
views.
you doing stuff on the side and then you promoting that as well.
If we was up here like disrespecting people all day or fighting, slapping people on camera, I guarantee we get some more views.
You think the drama would build it up?
Yeah, if we had if we had a segment called Smack Fest on this show right now, I guarantee we get more views. You heard? Because people just like that. But nah, you know what started this podcasting, right?
What's that?
The media, the real media messed it up. That's people is like, yo, you know what, man? I'm tired of the media using their own narrative. I gotta have my own
it originated
opinion.
as something dope, as like an independent venue, but then major media broke into it and effed it up, just like everything else.
Yeah.
Like they saturated the market with that type of podcast.
But even if it's oversaturated, it's like you feel like you bring something different to the table.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You're different. You just trying to set yourself different from what other people are doing in their podcast. Maybe you got funny catchphrases or funny, you know, sound effects or something. Maybe they really agree with what you're saying. So it's really a point of, you know, setting yourself apart from them and making yourself different.
But y'all don't think having too many of them don't make it harder to push through the noise? Like when there's a lot of shit on the market that you gotta wade through to find something. So like I feel like our shit could be lit. I know our show is lit, but if people can't find it because they gotta, you know, might get marketed 37 other podcasts that's being pushed through mainstream, you know, to get to it. That's messing up the game.
Yeah, but you know, it's deeper than that. You know, with a budget and marketing, you could put your money into that to get your shit out there.
Didn't we have me and you had a side conversation about like how Google's algorithm, how they push certain people's brands to the top of like the search results. So yours would probably be on the 6th or 7th page or something.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. They keep that stuff secret, so nobody really knows what they use exactly to push what and stuff like that. They don't share that type of information. But that definitely makes it harder to, you know, exactly know. But that's like on the YouTube aspect, I guess. But I guess this, you know, the same thing could work as far as audio podcasts too. Yeah,
but shout out to Gilly, Wallow, Drink Champs, man. They doing it, man. They making history over there.
Yeah, because of course with anything in any industry, one person getting the bag sets the market. You know what I'm saying? For everybody else. So it helps with that. But I hope to see that it's not just mainstream podcasts or shit gotta get pushed by like a big budget behind like a mainstream media company, because that dilutes stuff. Like I like with me, when I listen to podcasts, aside from sports stuff, I like the originality. I like to hear people raw, unfiltered thoughts when they could just talk with no affiliation. Like we could come here and talk about anything and everything because we don't give a fuck.
You could forget about freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to. That's what I want. That's what I listen for in a podcast. So once you get all those affiliations, you gotta tiptoe around stuff, and that's whack. So if it loses authenticity, I don't like that. So that's one thing I like about what we do, and we're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna always keep it real on this show. We don't know how to do it any other way. So y'all got any other thoughts on that before we move on?
Yeah, just shout out to them, man. Getting that bag, man. I know they the gatekeepers. I know they at the meetings now. They getting them phone calls. You know what I'm saying? They going to them secret parties now. You're
Oh man. Dropping some
mystery. I have to say is, you know, everybody out there who has a podcast or some type of YouTube channel, keep putting your content out there. Hopefully, you'll get some views.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who's getting a bag from it though, because there's definitely enough money out there for everyone. And if your content is good enough, you know what I mean, and you stick at it long enough, you could push through the noise and build your little audience and go from there. So shout out to everyone doing that. Yeah. But also, it's not for everyone either. If it's trash, you should probably stop, because there's other things you could do too. Like so, like we could push the good content, but if it's bad content, you know, you should probably stop, and somebody should let you know. But that's another topic that we got to do on another day that I want to, but it's too soon, so I don't want to touch on it yet about how you tell people they shit trash. But I'm gonna leave that alone. So the next thing I wanted to get into was Dana White. I don't know if you guys seen what's going on, but Dana White basically put the beats / fisticuffs on his wife on camera at the bar. But it's pretty much been not discussed like that. Like, considering he's a major figure, for those who don't know, Dana White, owner of the UFC, and it's been pretty quiet for him after what he did. But, you know, in other circumstances, let it be an actual player. When Ray Rice, everybody's seen that, heard about that situation. Javante Davis and his girl, heard about that situation. I'm pretty sure off the top of our heads, we can name numerous situations where athletes and people doing something like this and getting dragged through the mud, canceled immediately. Meanwhile, Dana put out a little statement, and it was pretty much back to business as usual. So I want to know how y'all feel about why y'all think it's such light coverage on what he did. I
mean, I'm gonna let the female give her opinion on this first, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
All right, go ahead, Ray. Why you think it was
gonna say
no big
the
deal?
Obvious. Well, I'm not gonna speak for y'all. I'm gonna say the obvious: race, because he's white. It didn't really, he gets away with a slap on the wrist. Had he been black, though, everything. If he had endorsements, anything. All of that when it came to a stop.
Gone. That's a fact.
Yeah, I agree. And normally I wouldn't say it's the race thing, but
and you are a conspiracy theorist.
If you seen the video, it was like she hit him first though. Like,
yeah, she did.
Slapped him. And then he slapped, and when he slapped her, it wasn't like I don't think it was a violent slap. It was more so of a reactional slap. You know how like a reactional slap? You know how like
it's like
somebody hit you, you just swing.
To do
right. Like it didn't look like it was vicious. It just looked like it was just a reaction.
What about the second one?
Not saying it was right. He was wrong, of course, but as a woman, you can't put your hands on a man. And if you do decide to put your hands on a man, you better expect to get hands put back on you.
You talking about the street code. This is media.
Exactly.
Like, as a man in the media, if a woman hits you, you cannot hit her back.
And my thing is,
your whole future is at stake once you raise your hand back at her.
I hear you. You say media, but come on. He's the CEO of UFC. That's a fighting league. You don't put your hands on somebody that runs a fighting league.
But he's not a
fighter now.
Last I checked, he's not a fighter. I haven't seen him in the octagon.
Run it, though.
Has he
you don't gotta be a fighter, but do you see the size difference between the two of them?
Yeah.
I mean, and she's the wife of the CEO of a fighting league, so I'm sure she likes to fight too. And she put out a statement and said, yeah, she was wrong. She shouldn't have put her hands on him.
Well, at least she acknowledges that. There's some females out there that do not acknowledge that they need to take blaming for how situations start.
If that's the case, when Robin Givens said Tyson was giving her the uppercut, could have been like, well, he's a boxer, so what you expect? His uppercut, his right hook is mean. I expected it.
Nah, but you know what's funny? Even though I'm sitting here saying that, like, I'm giving excuses for Dana White. Mm-hmm. If the same exact thing happened with a person with melanin, they would be going down. Like they wouldn't stop. The media coverage wouldn't stop. They wouldn't even point out the fact that she hit him first.
But it's not just abuse and media coverage. It's just, it seems like anything that black people do, it's worse. But when white people do it, it's like after a
It's
few
swept
weeks or
under the rug.
something, it's forgotten.
Yeah.
And you know something? It's like, all right, first of all, he got money, so that already puts you above. And then he's a white male, that also puts you above. Like, think about how much coverage we heard about Kyrie posting a documentary. Red, I know you might not watch too much Sports Center. I watch a lot of ESPN, even if it's just on in the background while I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
I know Gaz is an ESPN dude as well.
I got something funny.
How
about
much coverage
ESPN.
did we hear about
Yeah.
Kyrie and all these certain takes? When it came to this Dana White thing, it was damn near crickets on ESPN. Quiet storm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hypocrisy that's super corny. Like, cover it the same way you would cover it if it was LeBron or KD or Kyrie. If LeBron slapped Savannah like that in the club 2 times, gave her the 2-piece and the biscuit, trust me, that would be on every show on ESPN to lead.
But it's like, it's kind of like cooperation, because it's like so many people he's probably like a very powerful man or something. So if you say something that's not, that he don't particularly agree with, they'll have you up out of here.
Well, UFC and ESPN got a very lucrative deal contract.
Oh, you just read my mind. So they was talking about that. They named ESPN as one of the partners, and they was like,
they got a very lucrative deal.
Are they gonna cut ties with them?
Yeah, right.
It's like ESPN has no comment.
Stephen A. led first take with him and Shorty Molly saying that he's a close friend.
Yeah.
All right, so that tells
Stephen
you.
A, man, yo, he killed me.
Go ahead.
That used to be the unk, but that Jerry Jones take had me tight.
He's done a lot of real questionable things.
He's a capitalist.
Fully, and he acknowledges
Fully.
it. And I ain't mad at that, but it's like, damn, how many times are you gonna like do this? And just the coverage is just so obviously biased. Like, think about how many weeks that little run Kanye was on, losing his mind. How many weeks we came in here, could have spoke about it, and how much stuff we saw on TV. It was on there every day. And this dude, like, literally TMZ, big TMZ, like, again, gave her the 2-piece and a biscuit. And it was like a few comments about it. He gave a statement, a little fake apology. By Friday, he was back on his Instagram cooking food and like doing back to your regularly scheduled program. And it was just like, yo, out of sight, out of mind. It's like, damn, like, talk about white privilege and having money privilege too.
And
but this is more than money.
Talk on it, bro. When they speaking on it in the segment, you can see the energy is different. Yo, bro, when they was on Kyrie, man, I was getting sick. I'm like, yo, they still talking about this? Like,
And-
they still talking about this.
And the main thing I remember with Ray Rice is people were saying the issue with him was that you could see it. That if you couldn't see video of it, it wouldn't have been so bad. But because you could see what he did, that's what made it horrible.
Come on.
So we
Ray
seen
Rice,
this.
Come on, Ray Rice knocked Shorty.
No, he
out.
did, but I'm just saying, like, so we saying we
Bro, that
got
was
video.
worse.
So,
But
but I mean, by that point, we talking about
That was
degrees
a
of
haymaker.
punches.
That was a haymaker. He knocked her out cold. He had to pick her up, bro. That's not
But
what happened
I'm
with
saying,
Dana
though,
White. I'm
but-
sorry. His
but it's
wife
the-
just wanted to smoke.
But it's
His
degrees of
wife-
hits,
his
though,
wife
at this point
might
when we
have
doing
knocked him
video,
out.
right? No?
You never know.
Nah, to me, it don't matter. Like, a hit is a hit. Whether or not you knocked her out or, you know what I'm saying, or you just put her down for a few seconds. Like, you still hit her. Like,
Yeah,
for people to see, that's what people are judging.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just going by what we would see on the media coverage.
bro. Ray Rice hit her with a Tyson punch, bro.
That's the one that beat her up in the elevator.
Yeah. That's not funny, but
He hit the semicircle on the left joystick, but but I'm just saying he got in extra trouble because we could see it. So all I'm saying is, even though Dana punch wasn't as hard or none of that, it's just like we seen it. So where's the outrage? That's all I'm saying. How come
you're
there's
right.
not as much
It's not the
outrage,
same.
and
They
why is
don't-
it so quiet?
Come on, man. That's how they do us, man. Right in front of our face. And us black people, we just gonna keep supporting everything and keep riding for everything that's going. Like, and that's another conversation, man.
Niggas will be ordering the
Our
next
people.
UFC fight, right? Not me though,
course.
not this guy.
I mean, we stream it, so
I know.
it's free.
Yo, shout out to your homie that set the link for the fight.
Yeah,
Even though
you
y'all
know,
should
yeah.
pay for stuff, but shout out to him.
Yeah.
We don't do illegal stuff.
Yeah, not at
Yeah,
all.
that was a joke. You heard? By the way, that was a joke.
Not at all. When eventually when we get a Patreon or whatever the fuck, I would expect y'all to pay for it and not download or stream my stuff illegally. Seriously,
But they will.
that's how the
She
game.
already
Right?
saying they will.
Yeah, that's how the game goes. So We gonna see what happens.
We see
with that.
why Gilly and them is signing the revolt and all that because they want the bag up front.
Like get it up front, right? Because people will stream. They will if they can. If you can, you will. I get it. Or for the Dana White domestic violence thing. I had a question I wanted to ask each of y'all. Would it affect your friendship if you don't get along with your friend's significant other? Far as, example, you got a friend, close friend, best friend, and you hate their boyfriend or girlfriend, or y'all don't get along, bump heads. Does it affect y'all relationship with your friend?
I think it does. And as much as you could try to avoid being around your best friend's significant other, it happens sometimes. And I don't think that the friendship will last very long.
Me personally, like as a guy, I really don't give a damn like who my girlfriend friends are. Like, I don't really look to hang out with them. Like I don't even really like look to talk to them, get to know them. That's if Shorty like is introducing me to them like that. You know what I mean? And if I don't have a relationship with them, only thing I want to know is if they thotty. Like I just need to know like if.
But that's
like,
the company should keep. But hold on, let me stop you. Not your shorty friend. Your man, like your best friend,
now,
like saying hi, like your friend, because you gotta be around them. Your peoples.
None of all my girlfriends hated my friends at some point. At some point, they was sis, and then I do some shit.
But if it's your friend, doesn't matter, like because you got to deal with it. Like, does it matter to you if you don't like your friend's girl?
Wait, if I don't like my friend's
if you don't like your people's girl, from our point of view.
If I know Shorty's a thotty, it's gonna be a problem. Yes, I know.
You got an issue.
Like I'm gonna have to where you going? You going out with her? Oh nah. We are going. Nah, I'm going. If I'm not going, you not going. Or like nah, it's a dub. Like why you wanna hang out with her? I know she a thot. Like hang out with somebody who I don't know is a thotty. You feel me? Like. You're not just going to go hang out with somebody that I don't like and I know, but then it's like a double-edged sword. That's what they say, because she might not like somebody that I hang out with, but it's not for the same reasons. You don't like the person that I hang out with because he didn't tell you if I was cheating or not. Like you can't be. I don't like the person you hanging out with because I know she ready to go suck 5 dicks. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Totally
so
different type
maybe
of friend code.
The female don't like that he co-signs bullshit for you too. Like if y'all doing dirt together, she might not particularly care for you hanging out with that specific friend because she know that how that friend get down, so she gonna assume that's the company that you keep because you're gonna assume the same about her, right?
But most of the time she won't like, they won't know if like if that friend is involved in it. Like how the friend would be involved in the lie would be like, maybe I say, oh, I was at the gym with such and such, or me and such was at the studio, or I was at such and such house. So now he's in the lie without he don't got nothing to do with the shit. I'm a grown man. I don't need other people to cheat.
Is that the lie you're telling her?
But what I'm just saying hypothetically.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So now she hating, she want to get confirmation from him, and now you mad at him because he don't want to speak. Like, and he don't got nothing to do with it.
But it's also, if you put your friend in that situation.
Right. But still, all right, I hear you. So you mad at this person because, they didn't tell you something about your boyfriend. All right, now weigh that against, I'm mad at you for hanging out with somebody that sucked 10 dicks. Come on. It don't weigh out. I'm sorry. It don't weigh out. Either way how you look at it.
But I mean, before I'm going to give my take to interject, but I guess her point is that's no different from if you got a friend that tries to fuck everything that could walk and your shorty say she don't want you with him because if he's on that type of time, you on that type of time. That's similar to you saying you don't want shorty hanging out with the one that sucked 10 dicks. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
that's the reason. But most of the time, in my case, it's not like girls don't like my friends not because this nigga get mad hoes. First of all, why are you looking at him getting hoes for? If that would be my response. Why are you on this nigga dick or something? Like,
but
why
it's
you
not even a matter.
What you mean he
it don't
get
even
bitches?
have to
How
be
you
a
know?
matter. You checking.
How you know?
It's like you could be observant without having to really look hard.
You
Like, yes,
too
you
much.
can. No, you
Looking
cannot
too
because
much.
there's people.
Well, that's
that
not even
flaunt,
a looking thing because I know,
that
like,
flaunt that. Like, like I talked to this girl.
yeah, they talk about it. Like,
why
if
you
y'all
worried?
people,
What his love life got to know? What are you talking about? Like, no.
So what if she say to you, what does the penises in my friend's mouth got to do with me? What if she say that?
Because she's bringing you around niggas. He's not bringing.
So what if she say he's bringing you around bitches?
How you seeing him with his only one girl? When he come around, he got one girl. Is he a pimp? Is he coming around with a stable of hoes? No.
I don't
See, so you got it misconstrued because what she's saying is the friend, because I've had the friend and I've been the friend that will come around and be like, yeah, I got like 1, 2, 3 lined up, or I've had friends that'll come around and say that in front of a shorty, like, yeah, I got hoes on deck, or they'll see multiple chicks coming over.
Yeah, but see that to me, like a wise person would look at that as like, okay, you got like personals, like you're not coming around with like multiple hoes, like you some gigolo, like okay, you single man and you bagging Johns. So a woman gonna look at that as like, okay.
So
like,
I'm gonna
that's
tell
not a
you
red
this. I
flag,
don't subscribe to that because
now if
if
I'm like this, if I'm like, oh,
Cash.
yo, bro,
no, hold on. I've had homies that have brought around multiple hoes around females I've been dealing with, and I've had to tell them, listen, that's him, not me, and that's the only defense. So I can't turn around and say that's not the same on the other side of the fence, because that's the case.
Like but if your friend is on some like trying to always include you in his wholeness, then I can see a girl getting upset.
I get it, but
if he's not,
even if he's not, that's what someone's gonna think.
Your friend is not dumb enough to include you when he's talking about his. What he
no,
do.
no, of course not.
Include you.
But someone is just gonna think that. I assume if a shorty, if her whole friend come over and talk about all her whole activities, you just in the room chilling, you hear that, I assume your mind is gonna go to, well, what you be doing when, you know, my girl with you. So the same way a girl is gonna think, if your friend is there just talking about all the shit he do, well, damn, what you be doing when you with him? Yeah. I feel like that's a natural response. Yeah,
but I mean, most of the time, okay, when you hanging out, if this your man, like, you, nigga, we hustle together. Like we go to the gym together. Like you and your homegirl, what y'all doing? What is it? Y'all not making no money together. Most of the time. I'm not saying that y'all don't, but most of the time, what are y'all just on girl time? Whatever the fuck that includes.
I can't explain what.
I don't know what that includes.
You gotta let Red talk about what females do when they hang out.
Just hanging out with your homie. Like, that's your homegirl. There's nothing wrong with you hanging out with your homegirl.
I heard DJ Envy was on the radio and just said that his wife went on a 20-day girls trip. I don't know what 20-day girls trip is needed. What you do on a 20 days girls trip?
That's way different than a female just hanging out with a friend.
What you mean?
What? Because I'm sure that's way different because I feel like it should be equal opportunity, and no dude could take a 20-day guys trip with just his homies. So if it ain't okay for us, then it's not okay for a female. That's why I say that ain't okay. If it was okay, if a dude could just take a 20-day trip with his homies, then I'd be like, cool for shorty, but it's not. So if it ain't good for us, it can't be okay for them. So that's just envy personal shit. I don't subscribe to that. I don't go that far.
You know what my response to that is? That's cool. She's going on a 20-day trip. Okay, that's cool. Of course you would say that. I'm talking about a homegirl that's just coming over and just kicking it with you for
y'all in
a
the
few
crib.
hours. Y'all just kicking it.
That's normal. Y'all in the
What's
crib.
wrong with that?
I'm talking about the one that always want to bring you to
saying that one. Yo,
let's go over here. Let's go to the studio. Like yo, my friends they in the studio. That like, why you trying to bring my girl to the studio with the niggas that you be thotting off with? Like for what? Or why you want to bring her to a spot where you know it's gonna be mad niggas and liquor involved? She's not single. Why you want her to do single shit? Like,
also, your male friends need to understand that y'all are not single.
But so what things that males do that's not single shit? Like, where my man gonna bring me as a man that has a woman? Where he bringing me that's gonna have me in trouble? Like, where? We don't do that. A female friend, she will bring you around niggas crazy. have you in situations and spots where it's like, damn, why you bring me here? Even times where you would get upset, like, damn, like, you know I got a nigga, like, why you got me here? Niggas taking pictures and shit, doing all kinds of weirdo shit. What a nigga gonna pull up? We smoking in the V. We going to bust he bringing me to go bust a move or something. Know what I mean? Like,
I don't mean to snitch on friends, but I guess your friends different. Cause me and my friends, a lot of my company was on some pimp shit. Like a lot of that shit. Like, listen, growing up, I know if a friend, first of all, if you got a female, the first question is, do she have friends? Coming up, any female that I met in my early 20s that I was dealing with, her friends had to come around to deal with my friends.
Bro,
all of our friends had multiple friends. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to keep it real. It's like, damn, don't make me do this. Don't make me fucking defend.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to defend freaking women, but it's like.
But we talking about as a grown up right now. We talking about as a grown up.
20s is a grown up. In your 20s is an adult. I was an adult. Mid 20s, early 20s is a grown up. Man, that's a full grown adult. I feel like that. And as a full grown adult,
she got a friend shit. That was like when we was teenagers. Like we was doing that young.
So I guess so. For me and my friends in our early 20s, we was still doing that. Okay, we was still going to parties. Still like, yo. You leaving the party, if one person found somebody and people is single, whatever, like, yo, do she got friends? That's that vibe. For any group, whether it's okay or not, whether that's man or woman, I feel like that's universal. So you can't just put that on one.
Nah, but I feel like it's more like with females. Listen, man, as soon as they walk out the crib, they getting thrown dick. Like niggas is trying to holla this with a nigga. It's like it's not always guaranteed. Like you gotta be the nigga that's pursue it. Like you gotta be the nigga that gotta run down and do all it. I mean, it's not all the time where girls just throwing the panties at you. Yeah, but you just
can't assume as soon as your shorty walk out the house that she's gonna cheat. Like you gotta have some faith in her.
It's not even that she's gonna cheat. It's just the chances is high.
So
higher.
We kind of discussed that, so I see what y'all saying, but so this is what I'm gonna say about that, Yango. I could deal with not liking my shorty's friend more than I could deal with not liking my best friend or one of my close friends' shorties, because I've dealt with, and I could deal with women and not like her friend. I don't have to see her or really be around her ever. I might not like how she move, but I trust my shorty, so I don't care about what her friend is doing. As long as I don't got to be around her, I might not like her, cool, but I don't got to see her. But with my homies, if that's my friend and that's his girl and he's dealing with and we don't get along, it's like when I was young, I thought it wouldn't matter. When you're older, you go to his crib, she's there. You call him on the phone, she's probably there. Y'all go out to do stuff, he's probably gonna invite her. So when you start to do that and you don't like her, like I done dealt with friends who've have females who are like disrespectful, like ratchet, you know what I'm saying? And they're around and it's like, damn, you can't tell your man, yo, I hate this B, or, you know, like, cause you know, if you go too hard, that's his girl, you know, it's gonna be a problem.
So look, I went through that experience, but it was never to the point where it's like, oh, yo, I don't like her. I just like, made fun of my friend for the certain shit that he was doing. Like, for instance, I had a friend, he was like my close friend. We don't chill at all no more. Like, ever since he got with this girl, he done had a baby with her. Nigga done moved away. You know what I mean? Nigga hang out with some new nigga from Long Island.
His life changed.
Which is her friend's boyfriend. So it's like, this nigga.
Life changed.
How you hanging out with... Now your man is her so she approve your friends now, like, so she giving you, like, she appointing you best, like, friends to hang out with now. So the nigga hanging out, you know what I mean? He's still my nigga though. We chop it every now and then, and he probably see this and gonna be laughing, you know what I mean? Because I always tell him like, yo, this nigga, he met her a year and a half, had a baby with her, moved in. I'm like, yo, what is going on with you? But I mean, it is for the better. He good though. Yeah.
So I mean, if he's doing, it's different. If he just changed, it's not for the better. Like, I mean, I done have friends with females where it's just like, yo, I can't stand this broad, or like,
you know what it be,
feel like we might come to blows over. Like,
I look at the good, but you'd be like, niggas still complain. Niggas still be complaining.
Yeah, and listen. People are gonna do that in their relationship. That's what friends do. If you anybody in this world who got a close friend, their friend done complain to you at one point or another about their girlfriend or their boyfriend. That's part of friendship, and I could deal with that. But you complaining and saying someone is bad to you, me personally, I won't judge them off of how you say they treat you. I'm gonna judge them off of how I see them treat you when I'm there. And that's the part where, like, friends who be with females who are like disrespectful, or don't know how to hold their tongue, you know what I mean? Like, will be reckless, get you into shit.
Is small, right? So it's crazy. I never even met his girl before, and I used to mess with her friend. Come to find out. So, you know, her friend telling her about me, yeah, I was just using him for
whatever.
Da, 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 da. So this dummy, he gonna tell her, like, what? My son was popping that off. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yo, bro, why you arguing with her? Let them say what they want to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
So, Red, does it matter to you? Like, if you don't like your friend's man that she's dealing with, does it affect your relationship? Does it stop you from going over there? Is it different for you?
Well, I wouldn't want to go over there, but if I had to, I would keep my time limited. And I do think in the end it does affect the friendship. Further down the line, even if it's years down the line, it affects the friendship. And then, you know, you find out how somebody really feel when the friendship goes sour.
Yeah, that's usually when they'll tell you everything they got to say about it.
I seen niggas mess up more females' relationships than a lot. Like, I just seen, two best friends, a nigga come into the middle, and now the best friends hate each other.
Yeah, that's a different story. Like, when you're talking about that, that's different. So, I know, obviously, Red already said she feels like it affects the friendship. You on it doesn't? Does it matter to you if you get along with them or not?
I mean, like I said, me and my experiences, I don't really look to have relationships with the so I don't really give a fuck. It's all on the nigga. If he like me, sturdy and stern, like, I'm still going to hang out with my son. What are you talking about? Like, bitch, shut up.
Whatever.
I mean, yeah, like, you love me? Yes. All right, we good. You good? Take care of you? You happy? You just mad at that's my friend? Shut up.
That is straight. I was just gonna say, because I guess it shouldn't matter. Because if I don't like who my friend is dealing with, if he keeps her in check, and ladies don't take it offensive when I say keep her in check. I don't mean like with his hands. I just mean like let her know, like, don't be inappropriate. If you don't like if you don't like my friend, that's cool, but you don't gotta be disrespectful when they're around. You don't gotta be stank. Those type of things. Like, it's okay. But in my experiences, my friends who have dealt with females with nasty attitudes or bad attitudes, they don't know how to keep them from expanding that to their homies. So I don't like to deal with my friends when they deal with nasty females.
Yeah.
So off of that, last topic I had before we get to our rapid fire section about social media clout. We done talked about this a few times. We done been there, talked about what's going on and what we see. But recently, this week I seen a video about a mom. She was smoking weed around her newborn baby, blowing smoke in her face. I seen it on the Broken Traditions video. Shout out to my homie for that. And I also seen a video of a dad giving his child a blunt to smoke, small baby. How do you guys feel about parents using their kids for social media clout and just in general doing flagrant things like this?
I hope they lost their kids. Straight up.
I mean, it happened this week. I don't know what happened from it. If anything, them trying to get the clout of doing this, maybe, hopefully cost them that. But realistically, who knows? Usually, I feel like when you see these ACS things, it be the parents they don't need to investigate, be the ones that they investigate. They get the wrong report, like you spank your child, they at your crib. And when parents are really doing really grimy, effed up things, like giving children drugs and abusing them and not feeding them, they be nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. Like, I would never wish nobody for their kids to be taken away, but like, where's your family? Like, why? I'm gonna assume she was young and she was black.
Unfortunately, she was black. Okay. Don't know how young she was, but she looked young.
I don't know. It's just the generation. The generation is just, this generation in particular is like everything has to be on social media. Whatever you do, all your dirt is done on social media. You make it easy for the cops to just not have to do their job. Like, you should not be smoking around your newborn. You shouldn't be smoking around your kids, period. I mean, I hope she did get her kids taken away and she gets the help that she needs, because it's not like the newborn is old enough to like, you know, push their hand away or anything. Like they just lay there and they gotta accept it.
Especially around a baby, you trying to get the baby high. Like,
yeah,
damn.
I ain't gonna go as far as you shouldn't be smoking around your kids.
Yo, but not just smoke, guys. Don't get it twisted. I'm talking about shotgun. Like,
yeah, that's
like
different.
you gonna take this weed.
My grandmother smoked in the house my whole.
Yeah, that's different from not the Newport.
Smoke in my face.
Not come take
It's
come
one
take
thing
this
if you do
smoke
it in
here,
the
baby
privacy
boy.
of your room
Like, nah.
when your kids is not around and they
exactly.
sleeping, but
Yeah,
to
no,
do
not
it
that.
blatantly in their face.
Nah.
I'm talking about you
you
holding
bugging.
your daughter and you
Yeah,
hold that
What is this?
down.
Is it CBD? Is it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, is that good for a baby?
The secondhand smoke is just as bad.
I'm
gotta
not
Google
sure. Even if it was, I don't think the internet is the place to post that. You know what I mean? It's like, why?
All for the likes.
You shouldn't even be recording that, period. Even just to have it in your phone, not even putting it on social media. You shouldn't even have any
That's an
kind of like.
ACS case.
Then when it comes to when I said it's all for the likes, like, damn, what's a like worth? Is there a price on a like?
I was watching Dr. Phil, and it's a sickness called. I forgot the name of the sickness, but like where people like have to get a like they have to post
Addicted
something.
to it. I believe the social media shit got people brains wide,
the name of the
effed
syndrome,
up.
but
I just think you
Yeah, it's
wasn't
some
loved
type
enough
of
as a
addiction.
child. Like, what?
Yeah, nah, it definitely is. They said like people get like some type of dopamine hit when they post something and
Yeah.
see like likes and comments and stuff like that. But it's like, damn, to what degree? Like your own child, like
this is weird, bro.
just for like likes and views.
That's how I feel when I make a dollar. You know what I mean?
Well, anybody that does this, I hope that you don't use your kids for this type of whatever enjoyment you get out of this or whatever type of kick you get out of this. You need to stop doing stuff like that. That stuff that you post on the internet is there forever, and that will ruin your. When you do decide to get your life together, that's gonna be in your background.
You know what hurt my heart, y'all, though? Like, it was bad that the mom did it, but most moms have their kids and they don't be shit. We know this. We know eventually over enough episodes, y'all will hear every single person in this room that's ever been on this podcast, baby mama drama stories. We'll get there eventually. But this is the shit. But dads, we don't get a lot of opportunities. We really don't. We really don't. So when you see the dad on the internet holding the baby, blowing weed on her face, the black dad at that, it's like, no.
That had to be his op kid. It had to be his op kid. There's no way that was that dad's kid. That was his op kid. I'm telling you.
Black men don't cheat or smoke weed with their children. I don't know.
He ain't doing that.
But I just saw the video. In the video, he was clearly cheating
Even
in the
the
baby
ain't
face.
shit dad's gonna be like mad that you ain't got his kid in school.
Out here making us look.
I know. And in that one, though, he was young. Like, he looked young in the video I seen of the kid. But it was like, damn, man, we already don't get no chances. Don't be out here fucking it up for us, man. And that shit probably gonna get thousands of views. They already think we ain't around. Like, oh, not only are black dads not around, but when they are around, they just around to do drugs in front of their kids.
Then they're gonna start calling it a crack baby.
Yeah, right. And then you're gonna see all the marijuana stigmas and shit. How that baby never had a chance because he was around weed and all this other stuff. Y'all stigmatizing it, man.
Yo,
Like,
how old was that kid though?
which one?
Dad with the dad.
Couple weeks old.
Weeks.
The baby. So I'm not sure. It was pretty young. I don't know. I would say under 6 months. I could say that. Yeah, it was. It was pretty young.
It was still an infant, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We live from the projects, man. So,
Yeah.
so if
But
you
even
see
in
a
the
little
projects,
poodle
that's
come
not
across
okay.
the screen, you should know what it is.
So like in Belly, when Nas gave homie the blunt in the projects, I was like, damn, that's wrong. But at least he was a teenager. So
Was he?
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe I was just
I don't
okay in
know.
it because I
think
fuck
he
with the
was
movie.
Nas?
In his
Yeah, yeah.
adolescence.
In Belly.
No.
Belly, he was in Rochdale. That's
Yeah.
where I'm
Yeah,
from.
nah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how old was little homie? He gave the
Oh, that was my son Keith. Keith was like 12.
yeah. So
Shit.
not saying it's okay to give a 12-year-old blunt, but it's a lot better than 6-month-year-old. Even though I
What year was that? 9-8?
don't
Yeah,
know.
Keith was like 9-8. Keith was probably like 11.
Either way, older than
11,
that.
10.
Point is,
Real shit.
it's not right either way. But the infant is extra grimy. If you can't even hold the blunt, you probably shouldn't be getting blunt smoke in your face. I think that should be a rule or something.
I mean, the first time I smoked a blunt, I was 7 years old.
Remember when you mentioned that on the pod and I said they were grooming you? That was terrible. You don't remember? No. You might not have heard when I said that. Yeah, I said that was not good. Not okay.
That's 7 years old.
That's not good.
It just makes us look bad. Like, they're already stereotypical, saying blacks, they have crack babies. They say all of this stuff about us being on welfare. This does not help us at all.
I know. Yeah. I don't want a therapy session you on the podcast because although this is therapy for people, maybe, I don't know. Fuck
this
it.
Is
but I'm going to ask.
Remember what shout out to my son G's, even though he's not here.
He'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he'll always say, this is therapy.
So let me ask you, fuck it. That's a young ass age. Do you think being around that at that young ass age affected you?
Nah, because I smoked and then like I was against it. I got on my athlete shit. I was in the sports. You know what I'm saying? And then like at like 11, I smoked again with the same nigga that I smoked it when I was 7. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But this time, like the first time I just went to sleep. The second time, it was like I enjoyed my high. I ate, you know what I mean? I got the munchies and shit. We was laughing, watching How High, matter of fact. In 98, I think. That's when that shit came out. Word. It was a long time ago. No, it probably wasn't 98, whatever the year it was, but yeah. So then I ain't smoke again because the person who I smoked with, he moved away. He always said, yo, don't smoke with nobody else. Don't let nobody roll your weed. So I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm only gonna smoke with, I ain't gonna put him out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My uncle Leon. I don't give a fuck. I want y'all to know who it was.
He on blast.
So anyway,
Uncle Leon, you wasn't right. Yeah. You wasn't right.
So then what happened was, I remember my peers now, my friends started smoking. They smoked up. I came outside one day and niggas was high. And I'm looking at these niggas like, y'all niggas just started smoking. Nigga, I've been with smoking, like, y'all bugging. So when they smoked again, I smoked with them, and it was a wrap. I just been smoking ever since. At least 3 blunts a day since I was 13 years old.
So I'm going to get to you, Red, but I'm going to say this to you. Bro, from the outside looking in, and maybe it's different, but I hear that story and say, my nigga, how could you think that didn't affect you hitting a blunt at 7? It's like hearing, how could it not?
It did. Did it affect me?
Yeah, you said no, but just hearing you said no.
The question.
Yeah, right. You need to listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It did affect me because.
How could it not?
Yeah, it affected me. It did. Yeah. I feel like when I started smoking, it clouded my judgment. You know what I mean? I was doing mad other shit. Like I was playing ball. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And if
like,
you never smoked to put you on that path, period, to even introduce you to it, you know,
it got me.
You don't know what you like money. If you never try it.
It got me into it got me into the street life. Like introducing myself to smoking weed basically was an introduction into the streets, because I mean that's when you think about it, going to cop weed. In those times, that shit was illegal. I remember the first time I got arrested was for a Nickelback.
Way different, yeah. Way, you know what I'm saying? Way different
so
times.
The second time I got arrested. The first time was for stolen car.
Yeah, it was way different times.
Variety of charges, right?
Right.
And we were smoking in the car, but my son swallowed the blunt.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to D Knight. He was like 21. I was 15. Real shit.
All of that. You had an exciting childhood.
Yeah, I know all of that.
Was
like
fun.
Red, what do you think? You think drugs around kids at young age affects them? Like obviously, you said it's different from smoking in another room to giving your child a blunt, but.
So it does. I think it does affect them because on the one hand, I will say that maybe they see how whatever type of drug you choose, it has an effect on how you react and how you respond to your children. So they might not particularly want to do drugs when they get older, or they might actually use that as a crutch, and you know they'll just grow up and they'll just have a really rough life. And they'll decide to try drugs and alcohol, and you know it's all on what you really do around your kids. So your kids could know that you do it, but you do it away, and then your kids could just blatantly know you do it, and then there's your kids is like, oh, they don't know you do drugs.
Hold on, I got a question for y'all. My brain think a little different sometimes, but whatever. So y'all know how when you go to theme parks, they got like, you got to be this tall to ride this ride for the kids. what if they had like a drug meter for parents? Like, you could take this much drugs and still take care of your kid. Like, if somebody came up with something like that, wouldn't it be lit? Like,
that would be terrible.
You could
because
take this many Percocets, or you could take this many Molly, or this, you could smoke this much weed or whatever, and still function legally and take care of your kid. That wouldn't be lit?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because I just feel like, yo, man, you shouldn't be doing drugs around your kid. But I do give I do cut
anyone that take care of their kids full time. No, you have to do drugs to take care of your kids.
When it comes to weed, though, I cut weed slack. Like, I feel like weed could be in the household. Like, you know what I mean?
Dare to be different.
Weed could be in the household. Your parent could be a weed smoker, and you could be and grow up to be a good kid. Because as long as they stern on you, like, yo, this is for adults.
Regular functioning member of society.
This is for adults. Because when I was growing up, alcohol, cigarettes,
prevalent.
Weed, that shit was around. You feel me? But it prevalent. But my upbringing, they was on it though. Like, yo, you can't do this type shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to sneak. You feel me? Really had to sneak that shit. So,
well, not as kids. We was like teenagers drinking alcohol at family functions, but not as teenagers.
I had to sneak that shit, man.
Yeah, I guess definitely affects you.
A lot of shit though. A lot of shit that I was doing, like, my moms did a good job with me. You feel me? It was really me that really started doing the dumb shit. Like, she tried her best. Like,
but you got parents out there that be like, all right, I know you're gonna do it, but I'll be more comfortable if you did it in my house, like where I can see you.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got the parents that like flip out when they find out.
Just don't give a F.
I remember those parents. We used to love going to their house.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why they like
them.
They moms will come in the room and take a hit of the blunt too, and they'll be like, hey, y'all be careful now.
Word.
Alright, y'all. So
my son Blake, not to put him out there, we used to smoke in his crib, and his mom used to let us smoke. But then, you know, we had young friends too, so she'll come in the room, she'd be like, Blake. Like, nah, he look too young. Like, you can't have him in the crib. Like,
listen, when I lived in Roosevelt, I had to cut crib. My pops used to work at the bank. Shout out to Pops, 9 to 5. So I would not go to school in the morning. He would leave. I would just literally stay in the bed, and my friends would come over. I had the Dreamcast at the time, NFL 2K4, Randy Moss on the cover. Dreamcast. You already know what time it is. And niggas would just play Dreamcast all day.
You have NBA 2K with Iverson on the cover?
At that time, when we was cutting class, it was football.
Oh, okay.
I had basketball too, but we used to play the football all the time. Yeah. He used to cut and just stay home because he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for that work schedule. But that allowed us to do that. So my co-host wasn't with the drug scale, but I think that would be a dope idea. So nobody take it, because I think if they put out a drug scale for parents, that shit would make money.
Watch.
Parents. They
got spots where you could shoot up dope.
Could you imagine seeing some of the ratings that those parents would get? Like, how are you still functioning?
wait, time. If you walk, so for the charts, you know how they got the multiplication chart. So if you walk into your homie house and on the chart it just says like Percocet, Molly, meth, like a chart of how much drugs you could do.
According to body
are you judging or not?
Oh my god!
Are you judging?
Yeah, I'm be like, what the hell you got going on?
That's cool.
First of all, I judge you if you do.
You can't judge your
more
homies.
Than weed. If you do more than weed, I'm already judging you. I'm already looking at you like, homie, what's up with you?
I saw something on social media. Shout out to my homeboy that posted it. I don't care how good of a time we doing. Don't pull out no coke and start doing drugs in front of me.
You don't have a lot of white friends, do you?
Nah, the females be doing wild coke. The female.
Can I say that?
They be doing wild yay in front of dudes. Like, I done seen it. I done seen
just
more
females.
sniffing yay.
No, I'm putting this specifically on the whites. I'm sorry. That's a whites thing. I've had friends. I done had many homies throughout my life. I've never seen no one snort in front of me. I know about 3 or 4 white boys. Every single one of them has either done a line in front of me, wanted to go to the bathroom to do a line.
Yeah.
And I could name a bunch of other stories that end with them doing a line.
Yeah.
I got a quick story for y'all. I never really do stories, but
story time with Red. Go ahead.
All right, so my younger brother used to live in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, do or die, you know. Anyway, he had a rooftop party. Had edibles, assortment of food, whatever. some alcohol, whatever. I must have ate 3 edibles before they kicked in, and I went inside, you know, the doorway where you would start to walk down, and I'm leaning over the ledge. It's mad dark in here. The light is not working, and my brother's white neighbor just walks in. Hey, Chris. I didn't even pick my head up. I was like, hey, what's up? Not gonna say his name, but he was like,
shout out to hiding his identity.
I'm gonna just say T, but he's like, I'm about to do a bump of coke. You want some? Didn't even pick my head up. I was like, nah, I'm good, but you enjoy. After that, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back outside and get some fresh air.
Casually, just like when you come over and I offer you a drink of water, you want to know?
Once I heard that sniff, I was like, yeah, I need to go back outside.
Yeah, I remember we was like 16. We was in VA. Know what I mean? I'm not gonna say why we was out there, but we
shout out to the whites that like to do white.
And it was a black guy, gangster. So we in the car with him. He driving. So he see this dope fiend. Mind you, I didn't even know she was a dope fiend at first. All we see is her ass from the back, big old ass. So he over there. He got the window rolled down. So he like, yo, what's up? What's up? He like, she like, yeah, man, I'm on my period, man. I've been jawboning all week. So we like, what?
Yeah, right.
He like, yeah.
TMI.
So he turned around.
Yeah, word. That took a twist.
At that moment, he turned around. He said, yeah, man, don't be like me, fucking crackheads and sniffing coke and shit. Don't do that shit. And then
that's good advice.
Continued to sniff
right?
and then continued to sniff the coke. I'm like, yo, this nigga was wild. I'm not even gonna say his name, but he was an older nigga, man. And if niggas hear this story, they gonna know who he was too.
Them coke stories,
North Carolina.
Coke stories is different.
Real talk.
Yeah,
Durham, North Carolina.
Coke stories is.
I went to the
Coke stories is different.
Man, son, I got mad coke stories, bro.
Yo, I didn't. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there because I done heard some coke stories that made me look at niggas and be like, yo,
yeah.
Nigga, you
ever
get
had a
like
girl
real
who-
talk, because like a lot of crack stories end with a lot, and it's not always females. But you know what?
Pause. Hey,
Yo.
nigga.
That's what I said. Nigga, there's some sick stories. Some sick fucking stories. I can get on here and tell. But not for today. Not for today. Another episode.
Whoa.
Do something strange for a piece of change.
Another episode. But listen, before I get us out of here, I had the rapid fire section I wanted us to hit on. We're supposed to do New York City stuff. We don't always get around to it, so we got to get it towards the end of the show. So real quick, we did this once before. I'm gonna read y'all the topic or whatever was going on, and you could say whether yes, no, what you think about it. So first thing is New York City speed cameras. As y'all know, we used to have them in school zones. It used to only be during school hours. They changed it recently, so now they up 24/7. So advocates are saying they got them set up specifically in areas to catch people, to give them tickets to make a bunch of money for the city. So y'all agree? Yes, no?
Scam. They just eating. They just ODing. Like, god damn, we can't catch a break.
It's a dirty game they play out here, trying to get money out of us. Every penny they squeezing, they gonna
This
squeeze
shit
it.
is insane. I owe mad tickets.
Yeah,
right now.
they take a lot of money from you in New York. I do think it's a scam too. During the school zone hours, I guess I get it. It was okay during school. You don't want people mowing down kids, but when school is over, I should be able to do 70 if I want. Next up, we got in New York City, the nurses are going on strike in some of the private facilities. They're trying to get more money. They said they overworked. They need more staff to help take care of the patients. One, do you think they need more pay? And two, do y'all think they're gonna get it?
I mean, maybe they just need more nurses. Like, if they need more staff, like, more people should go to school for being a nurse and doctors then.
So you think the answer is more nurses?
Yeah.
Copy. Right?
I do think they need.
My fault to cut
go
you off.
ahead, go
But you
ahead.
know what? If I was the owners of these companies, of these people complaining, you know what I'll do? I will hire more workers, right? And then just cut hours. Yeah, so it's more. Yeah. You complaining? All right, cool. I'm gonna hire somebody else, but now your hours is cut.
So I think the thing is, it costs them more money to do that because you got to do training and all the shit associated with a new hire. I think that's why they don't.
All right, so I'm the ones complaining. I'm gonna hire somebody, train them to replace your ass.
That's what method, right?
I do think they need to pay these nurses. They're overworked, and they're burnt out, and they do need more staff. They need to find a way to cut money from somewhere, like they've been cutting money from, the state, and pay those nurses. And they have a right to complain. There's nurses that live in that hospital and they never get to see their family. And I'm coming at it from like a standpoint of me actually trying to go to school to be a nurse. They make it very hard.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm always on the side of labor. Fuck that. So pay them whatever they deserve. Labor is always underpaid and overworked. So just pay them what they deserve.
I'm trying to think, like, what's the solution? So if the solution is just
pay them, they want more money.
How much more money y'all gonna want? Y'all still gonna be working hours? Like, what's gonna satisfy y'all?
Whatever it is,
something that's
if I gotta give up.
If they asking for 25,
you need to pay me for that.
Give them that 25. Well, you got to take it from the top.
Because some of these nurses is making bank. I'm seeing a lot of these nurses.
And guess
like,
what? If they want more bank, give them more bank. That's why I stand.
What I'm saying is like, because I'm thinking of from the standpoint of the owner. Like, all right, you're telling me you want more bread. Like, all right, I'm giving you more bread, but you still gonna be working hella hours. So then but you're just gonna come. Then you get this more bread. Then after a year or a couple months, then you're gonna complain that you're still working more hours, and you're gonna want more money.
No, because guess how it works as an owner. Like, if you treat people right and you pay them right, they will be satisfied. Like, yeah, they arguing about money because they know that's what they can get. I'm sure they have other demands, but what it boils down to is usually they get what they can because they feel like they overwork. But if you treat your workers right and you pay them right, you won't have those issues. And nurses, I'm sure, like a lot of other fields, is overworked. So like I said, I'm almost always gonna side with labor.
If you're a nurse working 16-hour shifts, 4 days a week, $100,000 a year, that ain't reasonable? Or
no, because you're working 16-hour shifts. So if you're giving your life
4 days a week, though, it's 7 days in a week, bro.
We had this conversation, supposed to be rapid topic.
So you're basically
like
doing
going down the whole like how much you got to work and all that. But again, for me, for someone who values time, if I got to give that much of my time, 16 hours a day, 4 days a week, that's basically my life. So if I'm sacrificing my life, maybe there was a time where 100K was good, but with inflation and all that, if I feel like now I need 150K for that same job, you gonna pay me that. And all these other workers.
Some nurses that are getting 150 though,
but not all of them, and that's the problem. The ones that are picking in at these private facilities in New York.
So the ones that's complaining is the ones you're not really caring. You just changing a lot of shit beds and all that shit. So that's why you overworked.
I don't know. Can't say it was rapid fire. It took too long. We did this. We could touch back on it again, but I'm always with labor. So
unless you telling me you got a lot of COVID patients or a lot of like you fixing mad broken arms, like
this capitalist cash. This cash always sides with labor. So next up, I got now in New York City, you could choose X as a gender on your license. How y'all feel about that?
Pause.
Red.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honestly. It's just so what are you supposed to be addressed by?
They might as well I'm about to put alien on my license.
When you pull someone over,
alien.
When you pull someone over and you ask them for their license, how do you address them?
Just I'm be like, yo, I'm an ET. Next time I get pulled over, they ask me.
To avoid a hostile situation, how do you address them?
Listen,
X.
If we could call each other whatever we want from now on, I would be referred to as King Jaffe Joe Dollars Cash, ruler of the universe. I will not respond to anything else. But as far as
just refer to me as the artist.
Anyone, if you have an X on your license, I'm gonna plead the fifth. But
nigga, you gay.
And that says it all. So now, the last thing I want to get to, yo, I don't know if y'all seen the lotto was up to like 1.5 billion. Shout out to people still blowing their bread on the lottery. But somebody in the Bronx won 20 mil. So I wanted to ask y'all,
bunch of hookers,
quick multiple choice, which I think is going to happen. We got A, he going to get robbed, he or she. B, they going to blow it all. C, live happily ever after. Or D, none of the above.
It depends on the race and age.
It's definitely not going to be C.
Age, and I can tell you what's going to happen to him.
So they're mysterious, but it was in the Bronx. So there's probably a 95% chance they're a minority and poor.
Yeah. He blowing that in the strip club. He gonna be in your local Sue's rendezvous. You know what I'm saying? Being that it's right there next to the Bronx and all that. He gonna be right there.
So
there blowing that.
Cash has B for blow it all, right?
if he doesn't get if they don't get robbed, they're definitely gonna blow through it. So I'm gonna say they're gonna blow through it.
And I'm gonna cheat and say B and A. I think he's gonna blow half of it on strippers and cocaine, and probably get robbed from his friends and family or the rest.
Bunch of
So
hookers and cocaine.
shout outs to the person who won, and also sad music for you for losing your money. So we about to get out of here, y'all. It's football weekend, Saturday. We came to you on a playoff day. Cash got his bets in, so we got to get up out of here. Yeah. So before we dip real quick, I'm gonna let Red and Cash give their handles, and then I'll give mine. Go ahead.
Yo, hit me up at hand to hand man _ on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook, Cash Profit. Holla at me, man. I respond. Hit me with the DM, ladies. Hit me with the DM, fellas. Stop hating, but you know what it is, man.
I wish I had the Dipset drop "Hey Ladies" for you. I will when the episode comes.
Oh yeah. Jags money line.
Yeah, he's definitely
Remember
giving me Cameron vibes.
Yeah, I know, right?
That jacket on.
Jags money line. Remember I told y'all that.
I got it. I know we didn't do the gambling section. Red, go ahead.
All right, my handle is at Rocky _ Red with 2 Ds _ Follow me, but don't follow me. I don't respond.
Don't be
to DMs.
thirsty like we told y'all.
Leave me alone.
And you already know you can follow me at $MIMS and make the shows make it make sense. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Same on YouTube and all of that. The phone number to call in for the voicemail is in the episode description, as well as the email address for y'all to call in and write in and leave y'all comments. Like I said, we'll definitely play it on the show. And we got some things in the work. Y'all gonna see more video portions of the podcast coming up. We got new video things we're working on, so check that out and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, alright? And it's your boy Dollars with Red Dash. It's Make It Make Sense. Holla at us and enjoy the week. And y'all, you already know.
Niggas sick and can't do nothing about it, no health care. I start getting looks like I invited myself here. Once the kid come through, bitches on me like welfare. We ball, but we ain't actually hoopers. I don't save them, but the bag be super. I'm the American sniper, call me Fably Cooper. Was playing Wu-Tang ice cream when she had me scooper. Now it's too easy, ride or dies, I gladly Uber. 5 stars for those who drive cars, for girls that's been drinking or hate to drive far. The ones who arrive are aware what the vibes are. If you ain't trying to cut, don't come with a knives are, baby. I'm Players Club like Lisa Ray. You insecure like Issa Rae. They don't want the bitch until somebody want the bitch. By the time you showing love, she don't want the shit. Like I see you like it's pictures, you must be one of his bitches, did you? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you always playing this song, did you? That nigga all over the world, and I heard he got a girl, how you? Last night I saw us binge, you keep saying y'all friends, I know you.
Calling him bro like nobody knows shit. And we all know how that thing she low, but MC outside in your DM, you go. I'm good, love, enjoy you, these hoes ain't loyal.
Niggas be like, are you done being a hoe? What you fucking rappers now? What you trying to be on a show? Oh, you want some love and hip hop shit. You got this nigga walking around Gucci flip flop shit. See Lawrence home on the couch, she calling homie a slouch. Some kid took her to Gucci, she came back home with a pouch. Betrayal is the new trend, loyalty is vintage now. If she owe you, she gon' pay you back with interest. Like I see you like it's pictures, you must be one of his bitches, did you? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you always playing this song, did you? That nigga all over the world, and I heard he got a girl, how you? Last night I saw us binge, you keep saying y'all friends, I know you. Niggas be like,
talk about you. What? You talking about what the fuck I done did? What the fuck you done did?
I did what I did because you did what you did.
Though. So you did it with the fuck you
Okay, I did what I did because you did what you did.
Oh, what did you do though?
What you mean what I did? I did me because you did you.
Oh, what did you do?
Whatever.
You fucked the nigga?
Yo, it's over. It's over. Let's leave it alone. Leave it alone.
You fucked the nigga.
Whatever.
So you fucked him.
I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah,
we already talked about that. That's obvious.
So why did you keep talking about leave it alone? What else you do?
Leave it alone. What you mean?
What you suck the nigga dick or something?
Whatever. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, for real.
What you suck the nigga dick?
I mean that's a part of sex, right? You ain't know that?
Oh, you fucking bitch.
I mean, you act like I did it for that long. I couldn't even do it that long because it was too big.
You a fucking dick sucker,
What?
bitch. You ain't sucking
Are you serious right now? Okay, you forgot you cheated on me. Whatever.
That's a fucking knock your fucking forehead
Why
out,
you
bitch.
acting crazy right now?
Oh, I'm fucking
Like
hurt
you ain't,
right now.
you hurt.
I'm fucking hurt.
You
That
hurt?
shit hurting me.
You hurt?
God damn, that shit hurt.
Okay, nigga, I know you ain't over there crying.
You gonna be my motherfucking bitch and
Nigga,
suck a
are you
dick?
over there crying?
Yo, you fucking hurt me,
Okay, whatever.
God, take this fucking pain away from me right
Nigga,
now.
stop talking
Cause if you
stupid.
don't take the pain away from me, God, I'm gonna do that shit myself.
You're gonna do
I'm
what?
not a fucking whore,
You're
y'all.
gonna do what?
I'm telling God I'm not no whore. I'm gonna kill myself,
You're
bitch.
not gonna kill yourself. Shut up.
You ain't sucking dicks and shit, bitch. I'm a dick all in your fucking little pig and shit. I'm a fucking man with pride. You don't do shit like that.
I said
You
leave
don't
it alone.
just leave a nigga sick like that.
I said leave it alone.
Oh, fucking them bitches, I was gonna get right back.
I said leave it alone.
You fucking dick sucker.